We have a couple marching bands in the building performing at halftime. Big shout out to Sunrise Mountain High School and Bishop Gorman High School marching bands. Make some noise for them, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. We're going to be doing this today at halftime. And tonight, don't forget, it is going down. We're more soccer game. And we're making sure you guys stay for a party. But it is going down against the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros. It is imperative that we get this W tonight. So we got to make sure we cheer loud and proud. It's okay to get loud. It's okay to get loud. Just make sure you cheer for your Las Vegas Lights FC. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you believe in lights will win, make some noise right now. That's what I'm talking about. We should let you guys know this game is being presented by the Silver State Schools Credit Union, prioritizing people over profit. Be sure you become a member today and have a financial partner for life. Fans, make some noise! Viva Lights!
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we invite you to stand and move your hats to the national anthem. Here to perform the Star Spangled Banner is Jasmine McCormick. Ladies and gentlemen, Jasmine McCormick.
That's right, David, the dog, you're not. My hose in the other area. I always freak out when they find a rapper or something for fun or anything. Even if it's when they do that, maybe or something. It's like, what the fuck? They're all so suspicious. I'll shake on the work. We're gonna go through it.
Here we are, fans. It's now time for your starting 11 for your Las Vegas Lights FC. We do everything. Please help me welcome everybody's four-legged mascot, baseball mascot.
Welcome to Las Vegas for today's matchup presented by De Castro Verde Law Group. It's the Las Vegas Lights FC against Rio Grande Valley FC. Temperatures heating up, so is the playoff race. Jason Barfield alongside former Houston Dynamo midfielder Andrew Driver. And Andrew, when you look at this matchup right now, it is a team of two things that are really going different ways right now. The Lights looking to get a win here at home. RGV starting to get into that playoff race.
Yeah, the Lights, obviously, we know they've had their struggles this year. Bottom of the league, only one win in the season. No wins at home for them. They're looking to play for pride now. There's a long way to go for them to get back in any playoff chance. And then RGV have come here in good form. Only one defeat in the last 5 games. Only 6 points away from 4th position. So a lot to play for them. So a big game.
We'll take a look at our players to watch tonight, brought to you by Nevada State College, and for the Las Vegas Lights, and for Carlton.
Yeah, he's definitely coming onto a game. We see here his penalty last week in the loss, but he's really playing better. Isidro Sanchez has started playing more central, and he's in the game a little bit more. He's getting nice space in the number 10 position, and he's got himself 2 goals in the last 2 games.
And for RGV, they're going to look to Wilmer Cabrera.
Yeah, obviously his father is the coach, but he's a stone-cold finisher. He's not the most creative, but when he gets chances in the box, he's going to take them. You saw there, it's a long speculative cross to the back post, but he does what any good striker does, keep the ball down, put it into the bottom corner.
Well, these two teams met opening weekend of the season. They played you a 1-1 draw. We'll see what happens here today. We have starting lineups and the opening kick for you next.
Attention, local sports fans and business owners. Las Vegas Lights Pro Soccer is offering an amazing flat rate bulk ticket offer for local businesses. Regardless of the total number of employees you have, everyone and a guest can attend Lights FC matches for one super low flat rate. Only $1,799 for the season or $399 for individual games. That's the best value in Vegas sports. Visit lightsfc.com/business package to learn more. Viva Lights!
As a Great Clips salon stylist, I love giving customers the look they want. With Clip Notes, we save your haircut details, so it's one less thing for you to worry about. And when I see that confidence at the end of the cut, that's everything to me.
As a stylist, I know it can be hard to find time for a haircut. With the Great Clips app, you can put your name on the list from anywhere and head to the salon when it's time for your cut. A great haircut plus more time for what you love. That's Great Clips.
I love Finley Chevy. I mean, it's just a fun place to hang out. Woo! Woo! You never know what you're going to see here. Woo!
That's extra.
These guys at Finley, they know how to party.
F-I-N-D-L-A-Y. Finley Chevy is a place to buy. Home of the...
Woo!
Las Vegas Lights Soccer is presented by De Castro Verde Law Group, where they treat you like family. By Zero Fatalities Nevada. Take a stand and sign the pledge at zerofatalities.nv.com. And by Desert Radiology, proud supporter of Las Vegas Lights FC. Welcome back to Las Vegas. Take a look at our starting lineup, brought to you by Laborers International. 2 changes for the Lights, Eric Otang and Marcelo Log in the lineup.
Yeah, the Lights looking like they may go 4-4-2, but expect Carlton to stay more central and Otang and Taborta to pull wide into the wider attacking areas.
And for the RGV Toros, just 1 change from last week. Christian Pinzon will step into the lineup.
Yeah, I would expect RGV to maybe go a little bit more defensive on the road, maybe 3 central defenders and try and catch the lights on the break.
There's your starting lineups, once again brought to you by Laborers International, the hardest working guys in Vegas. A couple minutes from the opening start here. You know, kind of how do you expect each team to open up this match?
I think the lights are going to play freely. They've got no pressure. There's nothing to play for at this point. Desperate to get their first win of the season. RGV are now in a situation where they need to go on a run and win games. So I'd expect them to be a little bit more rigid, a little bit more structured with the fact that they need to win the game.
Just waiting on the pre-game festivities to conclude as we get ready to get started here at Cashman Field. We are underway. Lights with it first. Looking for a win here in their 10th try at home this season. Toronto dropped it back. Lights. They're going around back, not looking to get into the attack just yet, getting set in. Played up on the right side, looking for the through ball, knocked out. Stays with the Lights, little attack into the box. Cross, nobody there to get on the end of it.
Yeah, it looks like early the Lights are going to go back to the formation where we used to see in a couple of games ago, where it's more of a 4-3-3. They're going to have Tabata Tekera on the right-hand side, Oteng wide on the left-hand side, with Doling in the middle and Carlton just pushing up a little bit. That means that Bushu and Ingram are going to have to hold the fort. They're going to have to be the defensive midfielders for the Lights, and just to prevent any counter-attacks when they lose the ball.
Lights trying to be a little more direct there, played the ball through the middle, got knocked back, so they'll reset. And the Lights just kind of sitting back a little conservative here in the start.
No, I think they're just happy to keep possession. Get into the game. The Lights have been direct at the start of the season, but here in this heat, it's sometimes nicer to have the possession. Let RGV be the ones that have to come and press the ball.
Leo Diaz will play it forward. Little contact and a foul is called. So we'll take a look at our keys for the night, brought to you by Finley Chevy.
For the Lights again, score first. We've not seen them do it every game. It seems they go behind around the 30-minute stage, get creative. They need to score goals. They're against a team that, as you can see already, are looking very defensive, not going to push out much. It's going to be hard to break down. The Toros, because they will be defensive, are going to have to be good in transition. They're going to have to move fast, and they're going to have to get momentum. The RGV, they're on the bubble, but this is a stage of the season where you need to go on a run of victories for them to get into the playoffs.
A throw here in the attacking third for the Lights. Maybe their first chance. Long ball sent into the box. Headed away. Stays with Las Vegas. Opportunity here. And it is knocked away. But an early chance for Oteng. And it's going to go out for a corner kick.
Yeah, it was just pretty much a long throw into the box. Wasn't cleared well by RGV, and it came into Oteng in the box. It looked like he had enough space to get the strike, but in the end it was a good defensive tackle. But good early signs for the Lights. A bit of possession and then set pieces in dangerous areas.
So an early corner for the Lights. Ball sent into the box, flicked back, headed up, still not cleared. And now coming in to collect is Tyler Derrick, former Houston Dynamo goalkeeper.
Yeah, he looks like he's sporting a fresh haircut from when I played with him. I played with Tyler the 2 years when I was in Houston. A great goalkeeper, very, very good shot stopper, good on the ball.
Another opportunity here. Carlton with it, has it knocked away. Now chance for RGV to counter, but right there the Lights applying the pressure, winning the ball back. Oteng will drop it back. Ball sent forward, a little heavy. They were trying to find Carlton up top. Take a look at our injury report, brought to you by Dignity Health. Pato Faz out for the year. Big loss for the Lights. No injuries reported for the Toros. As that will go out, it'll be a Vegas throw here. You like what you're seeing early on from Las Vegas?
Yeah, they started well. I'm happy they reverted back to this 4-3-3. I think the last two games that you kind of lost a little bit of the creativity. The Lights were doing so well earlier in July by having the Carlton in this area right here, and then the two wide men in Otang and Tabor Teka Preston. They just need. You just did the injury report there. Pato Faz has been a big miss. It's time for Doling to step up in that number 9 position. If he can do that, I fancy the Lights to score some goals.
Really the first chance that RGV has had an opportunity to settle things down a little bit. So they'll try to build into the attack here. Long ball played forward, but the Lights are there to head it away. Ball went out wide, trying to play through the middle. Otang has it fall to his feet. Otang, a little bit of contact, top of the box, and it's going to go against Otang. And RGV will get us started quick. Once again, though, Lights are there to win the ball. Headed down here on the near side. Teka plays it all the way across. A little attack into the box, drive. RGV there. Can't quite push it over the inline, and it's going to stay with the Lights.
The way the game's gone so far, the Lights are winning every second ball. RGV is sitting so deep, but when the Lights give it away, they're winning it back pretty quickly. We haven't seen that too often. We see the Lights give up a lot of possession at times, but tonight, as soon as they lose the ball, they're winning it back, and you see what it makes it a lot more comfortable for the team.
Another opportunity here for the Lights. Played over on the right side, crossed into the box. Carlton just a half step from getting there.
Yeah, it was a wicked ball in from Tabor Teka right to the byline. It looked like it was going to be he didn't have the angle to get a good ball into the box, but he's played it with pace, and Tyler Derrick has done exceptionally well there to be able to hold on to the ball. How often do you see goalkeepers in those positions just get a weak hand onto it and it falls to the striker? But again, promising start to the Lights. Tabor Teka this time being the man getting wide on the right hand side.
RGV now a chance to play the ball forward. Out on the wide side. Now looking to get into the attack a little bit. Davila, the creator, plays the ball forward, and it's just touched out. It'll be a throw. Get another look at the opportunity here.
Yeah, it's a lovely little ball from Stauffer into the byline. It's a difficult skill lap for Tabor Teka, running at pace. He's managed to get it across the box, and Tyler Derrick's done really well to just get there ahead of Doling, who it was running in on the 6-yard box. But just to mention that the Lights have started so well here, and my frustrations the last few weeks has been when they have been playing well, they've let in silly goals. So I want to see the Lights right now staying alert and not giving up any easy chances when RGV do get the ball. It's little silly mistakes that have been costing them in recent weeks.
Doling there applying a little bit of pressure, forcing the pass all the way back to Derrick as RGV will try to reset. There's Cabrera, first time we've mentioned his name. Leading scorer for RGV, Cabrera. Drifting his way into the box, waiting for a cross. Played into the box. No chance to turn, turned away by the Lights. Tabor Teka now out wide with a lot of space to run. Still space for Tabor Teka. He'll cross it into the box, and it's heavy on the touch. Is it going to go all the way out? Carlton just gets there to save it. Otang back for Carlton. Knocked away, and it will be out for a throw. But again, good job by the Lights keeping the pressure on, winning that second ball.
That's just ridiculous skill from Tabor Teka in the first place. His little turn and then leave the defender for dead. He's run 20 yards, and just a little bit too much on the cross with Carlton coming at the back post. But that's what Tabor Teka, Preston Tabor Teka brings. He's got such pace, but he's also got a great touch, this time turning the defender inside out.
And the Lights had a throw in a dangerous spot. The ball gets played all the way back to Diaz. And they'll reset, look to rebuild. Matrano here on the near side, plays it to Otang. Otang just a little too much trying to get it back to Matrano.
Yeah, good though. The idea was there, just a little bit too much from Otang, but good for Matrano. We don't see Matrano get forward as much as Stauffer on the right hand side, but this time almost getting forward and adding some value down there.
Matrano steps in and is called for the foul. Quick restart from RGV. RGV coming off of a 5-2 win over El Paso last week. That ball is played long. Kept alive by Las Vegas. Good work there. So get the ball into the middle and look to build the attack. Played out wide, and now they'll drop and reset. This is kind of what we saw them do in the opening minutes. It wasn't there in the attack. They drop it all the way back.
You need to do that in the Vegas heat, don't you? Sometimes going direct and losing, there's nothing worse when you're in the heat, losing the ball and having to chase shadows to try and get it back. It's nice for the lights, be a little bit more delayed in what you do. Take your time. You can be patient. It's a long game. When the heat hits in, you'll create chances. So just stay steady.
See Timothy Zali with it here, and Zali will play the long ball. Looked for Otang, but it goes out. It'll be an RGV throw. It pays to be a Silver State Schools Credit Union member with cashback rewards. Everyday purchases, both online and in-store, can earn you extra cash. And a foul here on Matrano, and maybe just a talking to. Take a look at what happened here.
It's the first one of the night. Just what you'd expect your defenders to do. Just lay one on the striker early.
Just let him know you're there.
Make sure he knows he's got a game coming. As a wide player, I was always on the receiving end of those, and I used to always look up and you see the defender smiling at you as if to say, welcome. And as an attacker, it's always like, I know I'm going to be in the game. Do you really need to kick me early?
as if the Vegas heat wasn't enough. Yeah. A little extra pressure applied.
Exactly.
Ball played long and forward here. Carlton got in there, broke it up maybe a little bit. Played it out to Tabor Tataka, and it'll be out, and it will be a Toro throw.
I think Cashman's actually one of those fields where you are going to come into contact. It's tight, there's not much space, so a lot of the games we do see tackles flow in. We see a lot of tackles like this as there's not as much space as some of the other pitches provide.
Foul called on Las Vegas here, so it'll be a free kick from this distance here. So we get a look at the foul, and it's Bushu steps in and makes the contact.
It's just putting a toe in from behind. It's always difficult to not win the decision in those ones.
Ricketts plays the ball into the box. Opportunity, and it's pulled wide. Well wide. In fact, that's going to go out for a throw.
Yeah, not the greatest hit from Davila, was it? But really nice. Actually, I think it was Cabrera with the strike. Good build-up play from RGV. They got the ball into the box. In the end, it was Galindez who laid it off, and Cabrera's eyes got big. I think he was excited for the strike, but he's really pulled it. He's pulled it so much, he's gone out for a throw-in. It's the first time we've seen RGV do any real build-up, and they created themselves an opportunity.
Well, we mentioned the 5 goals they scored last week. That's really out of the ordinary for their offense. 5 goals, the season high, and it's tied for a club record for most goals in a match. So it's not something they do a lot of. They are typically more of a sit back, defend, and then try to hit you on the counter type of team.
They are, but they do have a team full of quality. You've got Cabezos in there, you've got Cabrera, you've got goal scorers, you've got Francois, who's on the bench tonight, who's we've seen over the years, who's got plenty of ability. So it is actually, for me, pretty surprising that this RGV team is in second bottom of the division, but no surprise to me that they scored those goals last week, and they've got the opportunity now to go on a run where they can challenge for playoff places.
Yeah, when you look at the standings, boy, it is tightly packed there in the battle for the playoff spots. What we were talking about earlier, 6 points separates 4th and 11th.
6 points from 4th, and I think RGV, who is second bottom, are only 2 points from the playoff line, which is it's just incredible.
Yeah, 3 points get you right back into the mix.
Exactly, but the thing is that we're at the stage now where time's starting to run out. You've not got that many games. This is the time of the year during the summer months where you need to go on a run of wins. They've had plenty of draws. They need to now convert them to victories.
Avila plays the ball, headed, and it's going to go wide. But a good-looking set piece there for RGV, as it was Taylor Davila with the initial kick, and then the flick on, and they just pushed it a little wide.
Yeah, it's always difficult from that angle to get the delivery to the box. This time it wasn't a great ball, but the flick on caused all sorts of problems, and I think it was Akwe with the header in the end, just diverted it wide. But you see, this RGV team's got some big guys. You've got Cabezas is a big fella. You've got Akwe coming in. He's a giant. They may be a threat from set pieces tonight.
Opportunity here now. Carlton with it. Still with Carlton. Top of the box. Fires a shot. And getting to the ground low is Tyler Derrick for the save. But a good move there for Andrew Carlton.
This is where Carlton's so good. He's running in those little number 10 spaces, but what a pass that was from Stauffer at the right back. He's played it in, he's broken the RGV midfield into Carlton's feet, and it was just a pinpoint pass, and Carlton's so good in those situations. We've seen him score 2 in the last 2 games. He'll be confident. He'll be a little bit disappointed he didn't put a bit more power on the strike in the end, but brilliant play from Vegas in the build-up.
Well, opening quarter of an hour played. Tyler Derrick, he's already been tested a couple of times tonight.
Yeah, nothing that he can't handle, but that's what you want to see from the lights, creating opportunities. The effort from Carlton there was probably the best they've had, and just test the goalkeeper early, isn't it? Get one on target and test the goalkeeper.
Quick throw from Stauffer there, and it's headed away. It'll stay with the lights. Now a chance to get a ball into the box.
You see here, look at the numbers RGV send back. They are known for being defensive a lot of the time, but you see that they fill the body with defensive players. They're going to be hard to break down for the Lights tonight.
But because they have so many people back, Lights were able to keep it in momentarily. Now the Toros will look to see if they can break. Nice little 1-2, ball played forward. Speed out wide, contact, and a foul, and I think we're going to have our first booking of the night.
I say, yeah, it was Zali coming across there, but I tell you, that was incredible build-up from RGV. 1-2 touch passing. They've gone all the way from left back all the way into the attacking area. Cabrera got to it, and obviously a yellow card for Zali. With just Cabrera got there just in front of the ball.
That is the 6th yellow card of the year now for Zali, and a chance here for RGV to get a ball into the box in a dangerous spot. Once again, it's Davila and Cabrera standing over it. Cabrera will send it in, touched away.
I think if you see the reaction of Cabrera, he's thinking for a second that's going in. We know how good Leo Diaz is with the shot stopping, but this one real tested him. Cabrera's whipped it right on top of him. He's ended up with a nice little tip over the bar.
Does stay with RGV though, their first corner of the match. Ball sent into the box, headed, still not clear. Now a chance for Otang to get out and break. Oh, just off the heel of Dueling. And it goes over to the Toros. Benitez drops it, cross into the box, headed away. Otang out for a little bit of room to run. Otang will play it forward. Carlton now into the box. Carlton fires a shot. Save, Derek. And he gets the rebound.
I tell you, this is Carlton. You see how much confidence he has. He's picked up that ball. He had nothing on his mind other than run at the defenders. And I tell you, he's unlucky he hasn't won a penalty because he's ran across the defender. But a wicked strike. I mentioned earlier his left-footed strike was a little bit weak, but that one he's put so much power and tested Derek.
Toward Tataka to Otang. Just couldn't get anything going on the attack there. And it'll go out for a throw. Are you starting to see that confidence from Andrew Carlton now?
Yeah, well, 2 goals in 2 games will bring that to you. But it's the change of position. Early in the season, he was played out on the left-hand side, and he just didn't really get into the games. He didn't do as much as you would have expected him to. But since they've moved him into the number 10 position, he's just grown. He's been getting on the ball, he's been getting in space, he's been running at people, he's been getting plenty of shots, and he's been rewarded with 2 goals.
Matrano out for Otang. Otang cross into the box over everybody's head. Target there might have been Tabor Tataka. A couple of feet over him. So 20 minutes gone, still scoreless here. Cashman Field in Las Vegas. Have to say the action has been mostly lights here in the opening session of play. Played forward. Good work tracking back.
It has been mostly lights, but this is where sometimes you can have the worry for the lights. They get a little bit comfortable and they can let opportunities come on the other end. RGV haven't really come into the game yet. I'd expect them to improve, but you are right. It's been a very, very good start from the lights outfit.
But it's kind of what RGV wants to do, though, too, isn't it? Sit back, and they're just going to wait for you to make a mistake. They're not going to force anything. And then see if they can find a crease.
But I think when you sit back like RGV does, you don't expect to give up the amount of opportunities they have so early. The lights have carved them up a couple of times. But if you're RGV, you've watched the tape, you've watched how the lights play, you just say all you need to do is just stay, keep the game 0-0, and you will get an opportunity.
Davila with it now in the middle. He's the guy they're going to want to play through. He's kind of the creator, finds an opportunity as they'll move it out wide for Ricketts. Ricketts, little cutback. Left-footed shot. Ooh, headed away. Good block there.
The one thing to do note of RGV, when they do start passing it, you can see the movement of the team. It's a well-coached team. They're all moving off the ball. You see these little 1-2s around the corner, and they look like a coach team. And you saw in that one, they've manufactured the ball from the defence all the way out to the right-hand side to Ricketts, who had a nice little cut inside, and the strike was, in the end, diverted away by Zali. But if you give this team open field, they will punish you.
Long ball headed back all the way to Tyler Derrick. Akwe. Out wide for Ricketts. Mata Cabrera. Davila. Davila dropped way back. Back to Derrick. Little pressure applied by Las Vegas. Now Derrick with the long ball. Headed out. It'll be a Toro throw.
It's in the pool. The ball was in the pool.
Gallandries out for Ricketts to Cabrera. Cabrera cross. Nobody in the middle for the Toros. Ricky Ruiz, drop it back, they'll reset. all the way around to this side now is Akwe. Plays it to Davila. Davila. Just no room forward.
No room forward. Davila's always trying to get it onto that left-hand side, isn't he? He's got a great passing, range of passing on that left. But as a defender, you just always want to keep him going to his right, because I think it takes away those pinpoint passes that he can break through the midfield.
A little bit of a late challenge there. Maybe heavy in on the challenge. Just a foul called. Nothing more. Let's take a look at it here.
That is a bad challenge for Ingram. As soon as you go to the ground, you're in trouble. But that one he's gone right.
Lucky
over the
to
ankle.
escape without a yellow.
I think that one is lucky to escape without yellow. That one looked like a saw one. Whenever you go to ground, you're running the risk of a yellow card. But for me, that time he was nowhere near the ball, and it was a bit of a bad tackle.
Davila to Cabrera, and he's taken down by Matrano. And that was more of a professional foul there by Matrano, wasn't it? Just breaking the play up.
The thing is, I know that the bad tackle there from England, but I like to see it from the Lights. They're trying to compete. They're at the stage in the season where it's not gone their way this year. They could come out here, they could go through the motions, treat it like a training game, but they're not. They're still getting stuck in. They've got pride. They want to win this game.
A reset here by RGV. Davila plays it to Pinzone. Give it right back to him. Pinzone over on the far side. Drops it back once again. Can't really get into the attack. Davila slips. And it'll be a turnover as Otang comes up with it. Carlton drops it back for Otang. Back for Zali. Carlton knocked to the turf and a foul called.
I think he's fortunate there. He's taken a bad touch, which invited the defender in for the tackle. And for me, I think it was a good tackle that could have let the RGV go on a counter-attack.
Silver State Schools Credit Union members receive special offers and discounts from a range of options in travels. We've got an attack here into the box and cleared away by RGV. Entertainment, retail, education, and preferred dealerships from Silver State Schools Credit Union members. Another slip. We're seeing a little bit of that from Cabrera. That's about the third time Cabrera's hit the turf.
It can happen when you get to this time of the year, doesn't it? When there's that much sun in Vegas, I'm guessing they'd have to water the pitch excessively to keep it going. That just means the top of it will be a little bit slippy. And you're right, we've seen one or two guys go down without anyone really round them.
Towards Ataka now, cutting towards the box, fires a shot. It's in the back of the net. What a strike there, and the Lights are on the board first.
Breathtaking, absolutely breathtaking, and not just the world-class finish from Tabor Teka, but everything that came before it. He's got the ball on the right-hand side, and the 1-2 with Stauffer. Stauffer's done this neat little back heel. Look at this, absolutely perfect. One touch from Tabor Teka with the left foot. He's just bent it round Tyler Derrick. Absolutely nothing. Dolan's reaction says it all. Look at it, Dolan puts his hands on his head. He can't believe it. What a finish from Preston Tabor Teka. And that is just deserves, because he has been absolutely outstanding this season.
Fourth goal of the season for Tabor Teka. Go ahead and put that one in the mix for USL Championship goal of the week. That is a strike there.
Goal of the season. It's the strike, but it's the back heel from Stauffer in the first place. It's just absolutely magnificent. We've mentioned the Lights needed to score first. It was one of the keys to the game, and finally they have.
And you have to say it's been coming.
They've been fantastic. They really have. They started the game very well the first 20, maybe 5 minutes where RGV looked like they were coming into the game, but a little piece of absolute brilliance has changed it.
A little contact there up top. Diaz, though, quick to it. Collects for the Lights. Now you just, first 5 minutes after the goal, want to keep things settled. Don't want to give up that quick hitter right back. A big stretch here.
That is exactly the things that the Lights need to do better. Those little things that professional teams do, like the likes of not giving away the first goal, keeping the first 20 minutes tight. When you score a goal, don't let the opposition into the game in the first 5 minutes. That's those little things that help teams win, is where the Lights have really struggled this season.
Once again, it's the Lights winning that second ball. Played forward to Bortateka. First one there. Crosses into the box. Carlton on the end of it. Punched away by Derek. And a foul called. I think Carlton may have got a piece of Derek coming in. But once again, Lights dangerous on the attack.
It's just breathtaking again from Bortateka. The pace and the delivery is absolutely perfect. And that's Carlton's coming in. It's the defender that hit it in the end. But it's a good save from Tyler. Derek is in the right place. Carlton with the follow-up.
Yeah, Pimentel, the defender, came sliding in. He's the one that got the touch on it. And sometimes, as a keeper, that's even more difficult when it's coming from friendly fire.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the pace of the delivery from Bortateka Preston that makes that such a difficult ball for the defenders to clear. He had nothing to do other than hit it on his own goal. In the end, Tyler Derrick was at the right place. But again, just breathtaking from Preston down that right-hand side.
Half hour gone here. Lights leading. And really looking like there may be favorites to get the second goal of the match here as well.
Yeah, I might be biased as a former winger, but for me, there's nothing better in football than seeing a fast winger on his day. You see Preston just... he's got the skill, but sometimes he doesn't need it. He's just got that pure pace that beats the man, and that one again was just a foot race which he just blew past the defender.
Do you win a lot of foot races like that? Was that part of your game?
Early in my career it was, and then I slowed up drastically and ended up a defender.
Well, a warm day out there, so they're going to take a chance to catch a bit of a water break here, rehydrate a little bit. And last week, the RGV Toros, they got down early in that one against El Paso, but they answered right back. It was 5 minutes, and they were right back in it. Even when El Paso went up 2-1, RGV, 5 minutes, they were right back in it. So they know how to respond. So it's a matter of really over probably this next stretch, 5-10 minutes for the Lights, as we'll take a look at the goal once again from Bortateka.
I think it's one we're going to see. It was a nice little round the corner from Bortateka in the first place. What a little back pass from Stauffer. And he didn't need the pace. He just placed that absolutely perfectly. The dip came at the right time. Tyler Derrick, if he was in the perfect position and did the perfect dive, he's not going to be able to save it because he's come down from over the bar into the net.
That's not getting saved by a lot of people.
I don't think it's possible. I think the angle of the shot means it's coming down from such height at the last second. There's no way a goalkeeper can get his hand on it.
And from Bortateka's standpoint, he knew exactly what he wanted to do immediately. From the moment that came off of the back heel, he knew exactly what he wanted. It was one touch to set up the left foot and then the quick strike.
Yeah, and he didn't strike it. You see players a lot of the time when they get in that area, they put the laces through it, they panic a little bit. He's just guided that into the back of the net.
So a chance to reset now here maybe also for RGV. It gave head coach Wilmer Cabrera a chance to kind of get his troops together and maybe talk about some stuff. What can Cabrera tell his team during that quick little break to maybe reset for the final 12-15 minutes or so here?
No, I think if you're RGV, you just need to keep going. You like to say against the Lights you're going to get a couple of chances, just keep your head in the game. The break did probably come at a good time for them. I think the Lights have been playing very well. That break may have slowed the game down, reset it, and RGV will hopefully start to rebuild and try and get back into the game.
Pressure applied there by Dooling. Ball's got to come all the way back to Derek. He'll set it back for Akwe. Akwe forward for Ricketts. Cabrera. Cabrera dropped well back right now. It's played forward Carlton. Carlton knocked to the turf. Surprised to see Cabrera playing this far drawn back.
I think he's just getting a little bit frustrated now. He's looking to try and get on the ball. Honestly, RGV hasn't had much going forward, have they? And when you're an attacking player and you don't see much, you've got to sometimes go try and find some of the ball.
This is what we saw early from Las Vegas, as they just kind of take their time, let it breathe a little bit. You talk about needing to score early, and there you see it. First time this season they've scored the opening goal.
That's, for me, it's an absolutely breathtaking statistic when you're at this stage of the season, that you'd think by sheer luck at some point they would have gone ahead. So it shows how important that first goal can be.
Otang clips the ball in, and it will go off Akwe. And good job there. Was that Ricketts tracking back to knock it out for the throw instead of a corner? Matrano will throw it in for the Lights. Long ball into the box. Foot down in the middle. A little bit of contact, no call. Just let things play a little bit. Into the middle now. Ruiz with it. Ruiz out for Cabrera. Cabrera cuts into the box, tried to give it back to Ruiz. Defensively, that was Matrano there. And he'll just clip it forward. Akwe for Ruiz.
The Lights can't afford to allow this RGV team to have the possession they're having right now. They're looking good when they've got it, and they're starting to get into more advanced positions with one or two passes. I don't think the Lights are pressing as much as they did early in the game, where they were winning the ball back higher up the pitch.
Tabor Tateka will cross, looking for Otang. Otang couldn't control the cross. Kept alive for Tabor Tataka. Little step over. Still with Tabor Tataka. Shoots. Scores! 2 for Tabor Tataka. 2 for the Lights.
It's just that's ridiculous. Akwe, he gave the ball away, and I was thinking to myself, the last man on this pitch you want to give the ball to in that situation is Preston Tabor Tateka. And then what I would never have imagined what happened next. One man, Akwe beaten, the next one beaten, and then just a tap in into the bottom corner. Tyler Derrick, arms out. What's his defenders doing? But look at the skill, it's just incredible. What a game, and what a night for Tabor Tateka.
Just all individual effort there. He's got 2 tonight. Now with 5 on the season. And just like that, there's your team leader for the year in goals.
You don't sit down to expect to see someone playing. It's like he's playing street soccer, isn't it? Like, the skill involved on that goal is just top class. And what a finish! The calmness, the composure there. A lot of people would have beaten the first man and then took a snapshot. He lifted his head. He had the composure to beat the next one and then just slide it into the corner. But we've seen this Lights team show so much creativity in the last few weeks. They've been unfortunate. They've given away silly goals, but to see them to score 2 outstanding goals like that, it's been deserved, because going forward this team's been outstanding at times.
Well, a big 7 minutes now as we lead into the half. Can the Lights take this 2-0 lead into the halftime locker room?
That is the aim, isn't it? You're 2 goals up. You've performed very, very well. It's been possibly the opposite of what you've expected. The Lights have dominated possession. They've done very, very well going forward, and defensively they've been good.
Shot fired up here. It'll go out for a corner kick. So it's RGV quickly getting into the attack after the reset. And so they've got a corner now. And it'll be Davila who will take it. Davila, who scored twice last week, will look to be the supplier here. Sends a cross in, headed away. Otang with it. A little bit of room to run for Otang. Check that. Tabor Tataka overrunning here on the near side. He switched over to the left.
Yeah, I think he just fancies getting on the ball anywhere at this point, doesn't he? This time someone finally got a foot in and took the ball off him, but why wouldn't you? You just want him to get on the ball as much as possible. We say it every week. He is the man that is most likely for the Lights, and with the 2 goals he scored tonight, he's going to be so confident. He's going to be looking for the ball anywhere.
Davila played a ball in. Come out wide for Ricketts. Drops it for Ruiz. Ruiz plays the ball into the box. A little hold-up play there. Ricketts flips across in. Nobody can get on the end of it. Toros managed to keep it alive. They'll hold the possession. Just under 5 to play here in the first half. Offensively, it's been all Lights.
But at this stage, the Lights can't afford to get deep. You see them now, they're retreating a little bit. You want to keep being positive. As soon as you get that negative mentality, 1 goal will change the game.
Cabrera with it. Tried to cut a ball in. Nice work. And a foul, and it's going to be a free kick in a dangerous spot. Zali stuck the leg in.
Well, Zali's got to be very careful, hasn't he? You saw it instantly. He's put his hands up to the referee to apologise. That's because he knows he's already on a yellow card. And when you're on a yellow card, you just do not make that challenge. Those are the little
second step.
Yeah, it's those little things that the Lights have been doing. Just little unprofessional things like that can cost you dearly.
Davila and Cabrera over it. Davila did score a free kick goal last week against El Paso. It was a little more direct than this is, but he showed he's got that quality if he decides he wants to go for it. It will be Cabrera here, clips the ball in, headed away. It'll be out for a corner, but well defended.
Yes, that is Bushu with the clearance, the defensive midfielder. That's what you need from him. Just the one clearing up all the threatening balls into the box. Well defended, but a good pace on the delivery from Cabrera. Right on the spot, right on that 6 yard, between the 6 yards up box and the penalty spots where you want those crosses. That was almost perfect.
High corner kick here, headed back into the middle. Low driven ball into the box. Stays with the Toros, now cleared. Right now, all the pressure being applied by RGV. Ball forward, headed in the middle. Shot fired, off the post! Another effort, high!
A lucky escape for Las Vegas, and we said earlier the Lights can't get negative. You've got to stay positive. What happened there? They've cleared the ball from a corner, and the defense, usually a positive team will clear the box. The first thing as a defender does is, right, get out of the 18-yard box. The Lights just stayed deep, which meant you've got all this area for RGV to pick up the second ball. It's a good strike off the post, and the Lights, a lucky escape.
Just a whip ball in there from Cabezas, and quite unlucky.
The issue comes if the defense stays deep when you clear it from a corner like that. There's so much space for the opposition to find in that area. So you play the long ball, and if you don't clear it first time and it falls into that area that the RGV team showed, and this time you pick up the ball and you can create an opportunity.
Foul one here by the Lights, and a chance for them to maybe bleed this clock a little bit here as we approach halftime. Ortataka Preston. 2 goals here in the first half for the Lights. It'll be Ingram who will take the free kick. In no hurry here. Delivery from Ingram into the middle, and it gets through. Oh, dangerous there.
That was a perfect ball, and it kind of looked like Marcelo Large gave up on it a little bit too soon, didn't it? He wasn't far away from it. All he had to do was, if he just put a little bit of a stretch on there, he may have got a toe on it. What a brilliant ball from Ingram into the danger area.
Lodge this year, both of his goals this year have been headed goals, so maybe he wasn't sure with the foot how to really attack it.
Dive with your head then. Diving header, it doesn't matter, just fling yourself somehow on it.
Get on the ground and put it in the back of the net.
Yeah.
Huh?
No, that's what a striker would do in that position. Obviously defenders, it's not a natural thing for them to do, is it?
2 minutes shown here. 2 goals. Card, but just 2 minutes on the clock. Lights will take it.
2 ridiculous goals, wasn't it? Like, as good a goal as you'll see at any level. We're talking about how amazing Messi has been. I think even Messi would be very proud of both of those goals.
Both completely different goals at that. Maybe a last effort here for the Toros. Davila looking to create something. Clips the ball forward, headed away. Otang perfectly fine with that. Just keeping it out of the box. Forcing a full reset. Akwe into the middle. Can't find Davila. Carlton. Maybe have lost it momentarily, but it stayed with the Lights. All played forward to Bortataka. Can't get on the end of that. Derek comes out right at the edge of the box to pick it up. All the way across to the other side. Cabrera drops it back for Ricketts. Now into the middle. Cabrera, as it knocks away, nothing there.
A nice little turn, but the Lights had plenty of bodies around there.
Oh, a whistle and a free kick given. So a last effort here for RGV, maybe the last attempt of the first half. We've played our 2 minutes. What's RGV thinking here?
I think it's the last kick of the first half, isn't it? Get all the big guys back, big guys from the defence up there, put one in the box, hope you get one back. For the Lights, it is literally clear the ball.
Ball played forward, and it is headed away. You got to figure that should do it. Out for a corner, but they're not going to get to take it. So 45 minutes played here, and what a 45 it has been for the Lights. 2 goals. They take a lead into the break. What a first half here for Las Vegas. Bortataka Preston gets the first, follows it up with a second, and Las Vegas will take a 2-0 lead into the half.
So for the Lights, it's just been outstanding, hasn't it? What a first half. 2 goals of the highest quality. Now the problem for that man, Isidro Sanchez, is how do they go about the second half? Do you go defensive or do you stay positive? Because positive has worked so far. And then obviously for RGV, it's a tall mountain to climb, but they have the ability to beat them. We saw they scored 5 goals last week, came from behind twice, so they can react in these positions.
So we'll see what is in store in the second half, as they're already talking about it. What we're talking about is this. 2 incredible goals from Taborta Taka Preston. You saw one there with the left foot, and then the individual skill here. Couple of step overs, and he buries it in the net. Lights lead it 2-0 here at the break.
Friendly Ford says yes to you. Yes! Close by and up the road on North Decatur, just off US 95. Friendly makes it easy with a huge selection of Ford vehicles, including Escape, Explorer, Bronco, F-150, and more. Now with free pickup and delivery for all of your service needs. Friendly Ford, your neighborhood Ford dealership, minutes away from anywhere, delivering you the best in customer satisfaction in sales, service, parts, and body shop.
Friendly Ford, get more.
This tiny payment thing is a giant pain.
Hi, ladies. Alex from US Bank. Can she help? How about a comprehensive point of sale system
They can track inventory, manage schedules,
and customize orders? That's what US Bank Business Essentials is for.
What about a new oven? Can US Bank help us there?
We can serve loans in as fast as 12 minutes. That would be a big help.
Huge.
Jumbo. Ginormous. Woo!
Finding ways to make your business boom. That's what US Bank is for. We'll get there together.
This is the 2023 Nissan Rogue. With a surprisingly fuel-efficient VC turbo engine. You can go from zero to fun in no time and leave basic far behind. The 2023 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Now get the 2023 Nissan Rogue with best-in-class fuel economy among gas engines.
For over 60 years, AARP has empowered people to choose how they live as they age. As a wise friend and fierce defender, we advocate for better health, financial security, and stronger communities. We are AARP.
Back here in Las Vegas, the Las Vegas Lights, 2 first-half goals, and they lead Rio Grande Valley 2-0 here at the break. Comprehensive Cancer Centers is a proud sponsor of Las Vegas Lights FC. Here's a little bit more from them.
Cancer has changed over the last 20 years. It's really become a chronic disease, and research plays into it. Our new treatments play into it. We rarely talk about the end of life anymore. We certainly don't want to mislead any patients, but at the same time, there's so much hope out there, so many developments, so many new drugs out there. Comprehensive has 170 different trials open for our patients to continue their fight in their battle against cancer. For Comprehensive to partner with any sports team like the Lights is important because we want to show the community that we're out there trying to make patients aware, trying to make everyone aware that the importance of cancer screening, prevention, and the multiple treatment options that we have available, including research. And it's an easy way to get the message out. So I think Kid Cancer and promotions like that are so critically important for patients as well as their families. It allows them to normalize their lives, especially going through chemo, immunotherapy. It gives them a way to essentially come out of their bubble. And it's a safe way to do it. It's outside, it's safe, especially during the pandemic. And I think it's so critically important for patients and their families to try and have some normalcy during this battle and to know that they have the support of not just Comprehensive, but the community as well. I think it's also equally as important for Cash and any MassDoc to come visit our patients, just because they're like amazing people and they provide such boost in morale to the patients. Oh, hey bud, how you doing? How you doing? It makes people smile. I think that's the most important thing, and I think that's the message we want to relay to our patients, that hey, they're not alone in this fight. We're going to do everything to try and normalize things for you and to make things better. And mascots are just another way of cheering people up, making people feel good.
Are you ready? Ready for more of the game you love? Ready for more players and more teams? Ready for more stadiums, for more fans in more cities? This is a different league. The USL Super League. Built for the future of women's soccer. Bridging the journey from youth to pro, connected to the global game, and bringing it all closer to home. Are you ready?
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Back here in Las Vegas, a look at some news and notes from around the USL Championship. San Antonio leading the charge. Strong season's been led by Oluwese, who has recorded 4 goals last week, his 3rd hat trick of the season. Don't call it a comeback. Charleston notched its 4th come from behind win of the season. And then USL on ESPN2, the championship on ESPN2 airs an East-West conference matchup. Colorado Springs hosts Tulsa August 9th. That is on ESPN2. Look at some scores from around the USL. You see them all right there. Andrew, what jumps out at you when you look at that scoreboard?
Sacramento continuing their good form, top of the league. I think they're now, if they win tonight, level on points with the other leaders from the opposite conference. So it's getting tight at the overall leader of the USL Championship.
There's your Terribles scoreboard from around the USL Championship. And we'll take a look at our Pink Box upcoming schedule. This is what we've got. A couple of Wednesday night games for you from around the league. Anything that you're going to be watching Wednesday night?
For me, New Mexico against San Antonio. San Antonio trying to go on a run. New Mexico, we know they're a good team, and they're always difficult to play against.
San Diego Loyal, Loudoun United FC as well. Loudoun will be in Cashman on the weekend as we take a look at the Western Conference standings. And there's a look at your top 10, but we've talked about how tightly everything is compacted from really about 4 on down through 11. And it's a race for that playoff spot.
Yeah, not on that visual there is the fact that RGV are on 27 points as well. If they get a win tonight, you go up to 9th position. It's all to play for.
So there's your 5-6 look at the standings. We are at the half. Las Vegas Lights lead it 2-0 here over Rio Grande Valley. 45 minutes to play as the Lights look for win number 1 at home this season.
Grandpa was a lawyer in Cuba. Dad was one of the first Spanish-speaking lawyers in Nevada. Alex and Orlando grew up with justice in their blood, and they've built De Castro Verde Law Group Personal Injury on a legacy of fighting and winning for their clients. If you've been hurt, they will stand by you every step of the way, like family, because family would never let you settle for less than you deserve. De Castro Verde Law Group Personal Injury. Our family will fight for yours.
This is the 2023 Nissan Rogue. With a surprisingly fuel-efficient VC turbo engine, you can go from 0 to fun in no time and leave basic far behind. The 2023 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Now get the 2023 Nissan Rogue with best-in-class fuel economy among gas engines.
For over 60 years, AARP has empowered people to choose how they live as they age. As a wise friend and fierce defender, we advocate for better health, financial security, and stronger communities. We are AARP.
It's time to get back to making memories and enjoying your favorite activities with family and friends. Don't let aches, pains, or an injury slow you down. The therapists at Dignity Health Physical Therapy are here for you. With convenient locations throughout Nevada, Dignity's clinical experts will get you back to life. Go to dignityhealthpt.com to schedule an appointment. Dignity Health Physical Therapy believes movement is medicine and wants to help you experience the power of physical therapy today.
Las Vegas Lights Soccer is presented by Nevada Donor Network. Together, we give life. By Silver State Schools Credit Union, proud sponsor of Las Vegas Lights FC. By Great Clips, it's gonna be great. And by Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today on USA.com. Take a look at the first half highlights here. And really, the story has been, it's been all Las Vegas in the attack. They've been creating chances. And really, that guy right there has been the one that's been getting in the mix.
It's a ball attacker again this time. That's what he does so well. Gets down that right-hand side. And Stauffer as well. This time played the ball into Carlton. Stauffer's been outstanding from right back. Carlton also had a couple of efforts, but you're right, it's all Lights attacks.
Carlton had the early chances. He was the one that was maybe showing the most likely to get that first goal. Couple of early opportunities for RGV, but really nothing a whole lot to make of it. This is the moment right here, though.
Yeah, this has been the defining moment of the game. Just outstanding play for Teteca. Good 1-2 with Stauffer, and then here he was again just before halftime. What a piece of skill, and it's just playground stuff.
Confidence of the first goal led to the second one. Take a look at the stats here of the first half, and once again, the possession hasn't favored the Lights, but the offense has.
Yeah, RGV, well, the Lights have been happy for RGV to have possession in positions they're not really getting involved with it, and obviously that no shots on target from RGV is surprising, but it's not a surprise because the Lights have been the better team.
So we're just about set and ready to get the second half underway. And it's RGV. What kind of response do they have?
I think RGV will probably need to change tactics a little bit. I think the width was coming from the wing backs in the first half, and I think the Lights were happy with that. I think RGV will probably need to get a little bit more width on, maybe bring Francois off the bench just to try and mix things up, because the Lights seem pretty comfortable.
Early foul call. And that may just be RGV kind of coming out and giving that reminder, hey, we're still here too.
Well, I think if there's one thing for certain, they may have been read the riot act at halftime. So potentially they're going to have to come out in the second half to prove their manager wrong.
So Zach Carroll checked in there at the half for Timothy Zolli. Not a huge surprise. You saw the way Zolli went into that challenge already carrying a yellow.
Oh, he was one foul away from a second yellow, wasn't he? So I think the coach was kind of forced into that. And Zach Carroll, he's a quality player. He's a good USL defender, and captain as well for the Lights. So a pretty easy decision in the end for Isidro.
Toros also made a change there as Rittendale checked into the game at the break. So Rittendale in, and Gabriel Benitez, the guy who really didn't feel like he got into the mix much there in that first half, is out.
Yeah, we never really talked to him, but I think that's maybe goes to the point I made a minute ago. Change the tactics. They had the 3 central defenders. Take Benitez out. I think they may go more 4-4-2 and try and get more width and some more attacking players going forward.
Well, a foul and a free kick to the Lights. It's Eric Oteng who will stand over it. Stouffer coming in with a few words for him. Oteng will send the ball into the box. It's dangerous. It's headed and it's wide. Well, it's a little warning shot early on.
That's a great ball into the box, wasn't it? Unfortunately, I think Carroll had moved that split second too soon. It was offside, but a great delivery into the box.
Ball out wide, cross into the box. Akwe will head it away. It'll fall for the Toros. They'll play a ball forward. Out to Pinzon. Davila looking for the 1-2. Broken up. Pinzon into the box. Touched, and it'll be over the bar, and it will be a corner. Taking a look at the free kick again.
I think it was a good ball from Ingram, wasn't it? But Carroll just moved that a little bit too soon, just off, maybe not at the pace of the game yet, just off the bench. It's always difficult to get up to speed within a minute. But a good counter-attack from RGV for this corner.
Corner headed away.
It's a difficult decision for Sergio Sanchez going into the second half. Do you defend or do you just continue playing? Because you played so well in the first half. If I was a coach, I think I would say carry on doing what you're doing. Do not go defensive early. We've seen here already this year, I think it was Tampa that went ahead against the Lights and then just went ultra defensive from the first minute of the second half and let the Lights come back into the game.
I thought the possession stats were interesting, 60% to RGV, because it felt like it was being controlled mostly by Las Vegas.
Yeah, but you have to remember, but the RGV were getting a lot of possession, but in defensive areas. So they had some really nice phases of play without really threatening, and those are the minutes that can really eat up the possession clock.
Rittendale just checked in, getting into the act. Pinzon back to Rittendale. Ball clipped. Falls for the Lights. It'll be out, and it will be a Vegas throw. They'll play it all the way back for Diaz. Headed out. Center referee says throw to the Lights. So 5 minutes gone. The Lights survived the opening 5 minutes here. They know attack is going to come at some point from RGV. They're going to have to start throwing some guys forward.
Yeah, they would be expecting that, haven't they? But the Lights, it's how are you going to play? Are you going to keep the 4 forward players on? Are you going to keep Carlton, Oteng, Sabota, Preston, and Doling up there, or would you take one of them off and put a more defensive-minded midfielder in there? It's always a difficult decision. If you make that too early, you can go ultra defensive and be really up against it. And we know this RGV team has plenty of quality. Obviously, they scored 5 goals last week.
Cross from Rittendale. Blocked by Preston. And it will be out for a corner. So another corner here for the Toros. Wilmer Cabrera, leading goal scorer for RGV this season, will take the corner kick. He'll play it short to Davila. Davila back to Cabrera. Cabrera crosses in the box, headed away. Back to Cabrera, to Davila. Davila, low cross in. Diaz there to collect.
Brilliant goalkeeper from Diaz. This ball out to Davila. He's got that wicked left foot and he's whipped it into the perfect spot. And he's hit it with pace and bodies coming across him. So Diaz has had to track that all the way through the crowd. And to not parry it, it's top goalkeeping.
Davila, team leading 3 assists this year. He was looking for another one. Well played by Diaz. Leo Diaz hadn't had a whole lot to do yet here tonight. Good to see him stepping up and making a play when called on.
He's just had that one shot in the first half that he tipped over the bar. This time though, and that's what you need from a goalkeeper. Even though you go long spells without touching it, in a situation like that where you need full concentration, he did it and he held the ball well, because it's always difficult when you're diving into the crowd like that.
Throw there, not finding anyone. Las Vegas, though, was able to win possession momentarily. Now a chance for the Toros to reset things, getting it to the foot of Ritendale. Checked in at the half. He's been active so far. His ball there, though, doesn't find Pinzone.
I'm a little bit surprised at how little RGV has created. They've had plenty of possession, but going forward, they just hasn't really seen any directness. I think it's been a little bit laboured, not really any hope. There's maybe a couple of hopeful balls into the box without really being precise.
Sports attack applying a little pressure there on Tyler Derrick. Akwe, long ball over to Ritendale. Nice little step over there from Ritendale to find Pinzone. Once again, it's the Toros not going forward with it. Now a chance to attack for Las Vegas. Tabortataka into the middle, clip ball forward. It's headed down.
There's one thing for certain for RGV is Coach Cabrera will not be happy with this, and we know him obviously with his time at the Dynamo. We know he can be a stern coach, and I think at half-time he will have had words with this team, and he will be expecting for them to have a massive improvement. So far it's been a little bit better, but still playing with the ball in areas that without really much danger to the Lights defense.
Well, you know, if you're Cabrera's standpoint too, you look at the recent form, 8 points over the last 5. You've gotten yourself back into the mix to talk playoffs. You're on the road at a team that has not won at home this year. You have to feel like this is a chance to go on the road and take all 3 points, and it hadn't gone to form yet.
No, and I think the performance will be what is will annoy him most. It's not the fact that they're behind, it's the fact that they haven't really created. And you see the ball, just as we're talking about him, the ball landed at Wilmer Cabrera's feet, and he just looks a little bit bemused, frustrated even, without shouting, asking the question of a team like, come on, what are you doing? But it is the beauty of football, isn't it? The form book means nothing a lot of the time.
Chance to build in the attack here. Ball crossed in, clipped away. Falls for Preston. Preston sends the long ball forward. Just clearing it a little bit. Let them reset. As Pimentel goes out wide for Ricketts. Cabezas plays forward for Pinzone. Pinzone once again Just puts it out.
That's just the personification of the performance from RGV, isn't it? Like, just unforced errors. That's a pass to his man. It's not a difficult pass, and it's not even close to being on the mark. It's 10 yards over his head, and the coach is frustrated. The players are a little bit frustrated. I think maybe a few fresher legs for RGV, the Toros, is probably what they need.
A little contact there and a foul called. So it'll be a free kick for the Toros.
There's a foul on Galindez, and I can't remember us mentioning the whole game. The number 11, the top striker for them, well, the figurehead of the attack, not the top striker, but the target man has barely touched it.
Yeah, I haven't called his name much at all tonight. Rittendale. Once again, no room forward for the Toros. They've got to drop it all the way back to the halfway line.
And on the side of that, though, it is good defensively from the Lights. They've looked compact tonight. I've been very critical at times about how they defend and their mentality, but tonight so far they've marked the space. They've followed runners. They've not really given any easy, clear-cut opportunities, and really, really positive signs for Isidro Sanchez.
Ball turned away there. Nice little move. The ref will go into the pocket there and show a yellow. As again, it's Tabor Tateka who's giving them fits.
Yes, he's taken on both of them. It's Ricardo Ruiz who gets the yellow card, but Tabor Tateka just used his pace in the first place, then used his body, just put his in between him and the ball.
Ruiz put the hand on the shoulder first, realized he didn't have the strength for just a little grab on the shoulder, so he went with the two-handed
so
tug.
he needed the football tackle in the end, yeah.
But that's what the size of Tabor Tateka, the one hand on the shoulder wasn't going to get the job done.
But Tabor Tateka is just so powerful, and he is powerful running at pace like that as well. But at that time, it was so clever. He saw the man and just put his body between him and the ball, between the defender and the ball, and it was all that could ever happen was going to be a free kick.
Penzone centers it for Cabezas. Strike! Save Diaz. Stays with the Toros. Into the box. Knocked away. A little bit of contact. Keep playing. Carlton. Still Carlton, and now it's out, and it'll be a throw for RGV.
You don't want to be letting Cabezas taking shots like that from 30 yards out. He's got a great strike on him. He's had all day to hit it, and luckily Leo Diaz was very ready for it. But then on the flip side of that, Andrew Carlton, he's been the attacking threat for the Lights in recent weeks, doing the defensive work and taking out the pressure, and good work from him.
Get another look at the shot from Cabezas. Just wide open shot from distance, but well read.
Well read from Leo Diaz, but for me there, Boshu has to push out. He has to try and stop that shot from coming in.
Cross from Rittendale into the center of the box. Knocked away. Handball, yes. Came up and got the wrist of Jonathan Ricketts. And Tooling is on the ground and not getting up.
Now this is a worry. The Lights have already lost Cubo Torres. They've lost Pato Faz as their number 9 striker. And if Dooling's down and can't continue, they're going to have to move those attacking four around, and they're playing so well together.
Good to see him up. Everybody taking the opportunity to get a quick drink. Team Silver State Schools Credit Union continues to be a top corporate fundraiser for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's annual Light the Night Walk, thanks to generous donations from our members, employees, and partners. The Light the Night Walk celebrates and commemorates lives touched by cancer and is held annually. Dooling back on his feet. We'll wait to check back in. Good sign there.
Yeah, I think it might be something like a contact lens or something. He keeps
smiling,
pointing to his
laughing
head.
a little bit.
Like I've actually seen that numerous times, guys losing their contact lens when they're playing, or it's gone out of place and they just need to fix it.
So 15 minutes gone here in the second half, and it's really what you want from the Lights. They've weathered a little bit of pressure. They've put a little bit of the attack on and continue to threaten possibly for a third goal.
Yeah, it's just been a professional performance in the second half. They've kept the shape well. They've not given any opportunities. They've not let RGV in behind them. And it's exactly what Sergio Sanchez will have asked for at halftime. Just go out in the second half and keep going the way you played that first half.
Diaz well out of his box. Come out, collect, plays the ball forward. Once again, feels like the Lights have just been first to the ball every single time.
That there from Large, the big number 5 for Las Vegas Lights, is what you want your defenders doing. It was a ball into the striker's feet. You want your defenders to be aggressive, to be strong in those situations, and him winning that ball just stops all RGV's attacks, and you see where you are now. The Lights going forward with it.
Chance to drive in the attack. Otang knocked to the turf, and he will win a free kick for the Lights. And every chance you get to just kind of stop play and eat a little more clock, settle things down a little bit, you'll take it if you're the Las Vegas Lights.
Yeah, good skill this time from Mateng, wasn't it? Turned Cabezas inside out, got back onto his left foot. Nothing Cabezas could do on that in that situation because he's already been turned round.
Cabezas, who's missed a little bit of time through injury, was back last week. Stepped in and committed the foul. Ingram will stand over it. Ingram could have put a good ball in last time. Now he'll try it from the left side. Cross from Ingram. This one headed away. Didn't make it over the front line. Matrano will play it all the way back to Diaz as they will reset. A little bit of pressure. Diaz has to send it long.
I don't think that man Diaz can be flustered. He's in possession. He's like an outfield player. Doesn't mind getting closed down in those situations. He's always comfortable when the ball's at his feet.
Diaz, the young goalkeeper on loan from River Plate, has been everything they need him to be here tonight.
I've been very impressed with that guy, Stauffer, again. He's been outstanding all season, but his link-up play with Tabata Teka Preston Stay's been outstanding.
They've worked well together tonight.
Yeah, you can see there's a good relationship there, can't you? Stauffer has found him a few times, but Stauffer's passing and just overall possession play, it's been very, very good, and he's a player that just seems to get better every week.
Long throw here. Kept alive by the Lights. Clipped into the box. Over the top of Otang, and I think maybe an offside call. Derek looking for the quick restart. Now it's still being held up, as I believe we're going to have a substitution. Tyler Derrick now just waiting for play to be able to restart. There's the man you were asking for checking in, Cristiano Francois.
Yeah, he comes and gives pace wide. We saw him a lot when commentating on the Vegas Lights when they played against Reno back in the day. He's a good threat. He's got a lot of pace, and he knows where the net is. I think he's only scored 2 on the year for RGV, but he's definitely better than a 2-goal a season man. So he's someone the Lights will have to watch out for.
And you know, you talked about never really called the name of Galindries. And now it's Francois checking in for him, see if he has a little bit better opportunity to get on the ball. As Ritendale crosses the ball in, and it's headed out, but I believe a foul is called.
Yeah, I think Francois is going to be a different kind of player than Galindres. I think he's going to be more of a wide player. He'll come in up from the left-hand side onto his right foot and try and hit shots. As we see, Metrano took a whack here from the ball at the back post.
Metrano a little slow getting up, and was it a knee in the back maybe?
It's just a big attacker coming over the top of him. It was a full-blooded header, wasn't it? But that's what, as a defender, even if you don't win the ball, sometimes you just got to put your body on the line. You know the attacker's going to hit you, but you just got to try and put him off as much as possible. And that young man did it in that occasion. And good defending.
Metrano has shown well so far here tonight. Stouffer forward, Portataka, and a handball. Came up and got Carlton.
So, Isidro Sanchez tends to like to make substitutions around this time. Tonight, I kind of hope he doesn't, just because the way the team's playing, this 11 is playing so well together. I know we've already had the substitution of Carroll, that was forced, but just keep it as it is. If you start making substitutions, the flow of the game might change. As we see the first substitution, or the second, of Ingram going off and Aaron Zazu coming on.
So Aaron Zazu on for Ingram. Now they've brought in two guys who were in last week's starting 11 with Carroll and Aaron Zazu.
Yeah, I think sometimes you make those substitutions so early, you kind of lose the flow of the team a little bit, and I feel like the Lights have struggled in the last 30 minutes of games, and I think potentially sometimes delay those substitutions a little bit will do you good.
Did that ball get out? Francois saying no. He felt like he kept it in.
I think it was offside.
Was it offside?
I think he's a bit bemused of how he was offside as well. He did look like he was a lot onside, but we only saw it when the ball reached him. We didn't see where he was when it was kicked.
Diaz is being told to hurry it up. Francois just checked into the game. Guy's going to use his speed to try to create off that left wing, a spot where they have not been getting much attack. As that ball is played all the way forward to Tyler Derrick, who will easily pick it up.
Yeah, the only width RGV has managed to get in the game so far has come from the fullbacks, and it's been crosses from deep. But the Lights have got two big defenders back there today. Zali and Malaj welcome those kind of crosses. There's been nothing to the byline, and nothing really in behind the Lights defense.
Stouffer up the near sideline, played over to Bortataka. Oh, he slipped. He wanted to cut that ball back in.
It's a free kick.
Silver State Schools Credit Union is a proud member of Credit Unions for Kids, a nonprofit collaboration of credit unions engaged in fundraising and activities benefiting Children's Miracle Network. Silver State Schools Credit Union employees raise money and donate their time at local Children's Miracle Network Hospital, St. Rose Dominican Hospital. So we see Francois getting into the attack here, maybe drifting a little bit more into the middle as Ritendale is out wide. Ritendale crosses the ball in. Diaz out to collect.
That's what I was mentioning. That's where the crosses have come from, RGV. Like, really deep without anything getting in behind. If you want to cross, you want your attackers to be able to run onto it. Everything's come from that deep. It's enticing for the Las Vegas defenders to attack it and clear it. There's nothing really been any danger for the Lights defense.
Once again, Lights there winning the second ball. It's headed back for Diaz. Now he'll pick it up. 20 minutes left in this one. Las Vegas leading RGV. 2 first half goals from Tabortateka Preston. left RGV having to chase this one here in the final 20 minutes. A driving run from the far side, cut into the box. Davila into the middle. Just nowhere to go. Dribbles through, clip back. He cleared as Ruiz was trying to find someone to get the ball to, and it just wasn't there.
You see the amount of bodies the Lights are putting back there. If anything today, this Lights team has been so much more compact and closer together than we've seen in recent weeks. RGV trying to play nice little passes, but you have the likes of Carlton and Tabata Teka being deep, supporting their defence. They're not only attackers, they're defenders as well, and the whole team has been, the shape and the way they've worked has been outstanding tonight.
Akwe pushes it forward. It's knocked out. It'll stay with the Toros. Tried to get a throw in about an extra 20 yards downfield.
Yeah, it wasn't even close, was it?
Called back.
Sometimes you can get away with it. On that occasion, it was an easy one.
Played out into the middle. And here's a shot. It's saved by Diaz as he stoned Francois. Diaz then took a hit afterwards to the face. And he is down. And we'll see how much contact there was. As Francois was one-on-one with Diaz, he made the save and then took the contact on the follow-through from Francois.
Well, that's why you bring him on, isn't it? There was a hint of offside. It was a great ball in. Francois does everything right. First touch was brilliant, but brilliant. Do you know how good goalkeeping that is? Diaz had the opportunity to go down. He stayed big. He didn't go to ground, and that made it difficult for Francois to get it round him. If Diaz dives early, that's when you can do the little dink over the goalkeeper when he comes down. But that's the danger that Francois has, and that is the first time RGV has been behind this Lights defense.
And that's textbook goalkeeping there from Diaz. Didn't panic, like you said, made himself big, kept his shape, and was able to get in front of it.
So the best I've ever seen it was Peter Schmeichel. Never, the old Manchester United goalkeeper, he never used to go to ground until the last second. And attackers tend to go off what the goalkeeper will do a lot of the time. And what Schmeichel did and what Diaz did in that situation is you don't make the first move. And your word was right. You stoned the attacker. You take the options out of his mind.
Doctors there checking Diaz out. Obviously concern anytime there's a concern about a head injury. They're going to make sure that everything is good.
Yeah, I think he's okay. I think he's playing the game. Just keep a little bit of time. It was a big collision, but he can be proud of himself because it was very good goalkeeping.
But shot fired from RGV. You see Francois into the game immediately. Shows the quality, the speed, the pace that he's got. He can create something there.
Yeah, you're expecting him to score, aren't you? These first touch, the difficult part of that was the first touch. Once he took the touch well, I was thinking it was a goal, but in the end he just couldn't get the angle on the strike, and it was a good save. But that's what Francois, we've seen him so many times, that's what he brings. He's got pace and he can get in behind you, and he really is what RGV has been missing in the first half.
So back underway, and it'll be a throw for the Lights. And I believe with 15 minutes left to play here in the half, they're going to step aside for a hydration break. So let's talk about these last 15 minutes. What do the Lights need to do over this final stretch to be able to hold on to this and get that first win of the season at home?
They just need to stay together. It's been a brilliant team performance, albeit with two of the best individual goals you'll see. But as a team, it's the best performance of the season so far. Defensively, they've not let in much. They've just looked together. The midfield, there hasn't been big gaps in midfield, and defensively, it hasn't been easy to break them down, and we haven't said that a lot this year. So for Isidro Sancho, it's going to be more of the same. Don't give that first goal. If RGV score, that's when the nerves come in and you're up against it. But for the Lights, it's just continue to do it. Don't be too negative. If you go too negative, it becomes easy for you, become under pressure, and it takes that one goal and you're in danger as well. So just continue what you've been doing so far.
Any other moves left to make for Sanchez, or do you think he may try to see this one out with the 11 he's got on the pitch right now?
I mentioned it earlier. I don't want to see any changes today, just because the team's been playing so well together. And sometimes you see teams go. You'll even see a team like Man City go 90 minutes without making any substitution. If it's a tight game and you're winning, sometimes you make that change can disrupt how the team's playing. So keep it the same and keep the team playing as it is. It's saying that though, it's easy saying that, but when you're playing in the Vegas heat, sometimes you don't really have the choice over when people are cramping and they're exhausted at this stage of the game.
Yeah, even though the sun is down, the heat is still there. This field obviously has been out baking all day long, so even once the sun goes down, there's still heat coming up from the pitch that they're going to feel throughout the game. This ball is knocked forward and it'll be out for a goal kick. Through a partnership with the Clark County School District, Silver State Schools Credit Union has designated 2 elementary schools as focus schools: Rex Bell Elementary School and Stanford Elementary School. With a contact there on the far sideline. Couple of subs for RGV during that hydration break. Jose Torres in for Ricky Ruiz. And Roberto Coronado also checked in, and Juan Cabezas is out. As they're looking to attack up for Cabrera, and he just couldn't control the long one. Gives a thumbs up, like the effort, like the idea.
That's a poor touch, wasn't it? It was one of a real pinpoint cross diagonal pass. I think it was Davila with it, and it was one of the few chances RGV have got of getting behind the Lights, and you're expecting your top scorer to be able to bring that one down, and in the end a poor touch and takes the pressure off the Lights again.
As the ball will be played out. Kept in over on the far sideline. Looked like they were just clearing it forward. Good work to keep it alive. As Log knocks it forward for Preston. And a give right back to Bortateka Preston. Using his speed down the right side. Crosses into the box. Nobody there though. Lights do hold possession, however. Now they'll have a chance to drop and reset. Use a little bit more clock.
You don't particularly want Bortateka Preston running at you, do you?
Not tonight, for sure.
when he opens your legs up and you're the defensive midfielder and you're trying to cover your fullback, and he decides, actually, I'm going to try and run past you, it's a worst nightmare. He's just so fast. He's making a few players tonight look extremely slow.
Well, he came into tonight, 18 chances created. That was 4th best on the team. Well, it feels like he's almost halfway to that number tonight. Every single time he gets a touch on it, something looks like it's about to happen.
I'm surprised he's 4th on the team for created chances, honestly.
There's a long, hopeful effort there. Lights will take that all night long.
Hopeful being the word. That probably shows the size of this RGV team. Not set. I think it was Cabrera again, just absolutely speculative. And if I'm the coach, that annoys me more than anything, because you've just lost the chance of a good attack with a complete waste of a strike over the bar.
The 2 subs for RGV. Coronado on. He's got 1 goal this year. And then Jose Torres, who was brought on recently, he's got a goal. He had a penalty last time out. Torres, a former U.S. men's national team player, capped 28 times for the U.S. That's going to bring some experience onto the pitch here. Looking to get some run out in the final 20 minutes. All on the end line, cut into the box, and that's well defended.
Very well defended. It was Pinzon, who's not been much in the game in the second half, getting to the byline, but brilliant defending. And I think it was Aaron Zaza who just used his body and didn't commit, just to put his strength and won the ball back for the Lights.
Sports Ateca there trying to find Joshua Dooling. Eight minutes to go here. Ball played forward. Boy, 82 minutes played. Those legs are a little heavy. They're not chasing down those like Cabrera was in the first half.
No, it was a speculative cross-field pass. I think there was a few looks at him from the likes of Francois to say, just play it easy. We're just giving the ball back to the Lights way too quick, and it's just killing our momentum.
A little surprising, too. We saw the attempt by Francois almost immediately after stepping onto the pitch, and they haven't really got him back involved in the offense here in the last 10 minutes.
The RGV they're just not really going wide, are they? Everything seems to be into feet to the strikers, but it's all in front of the Lights. They've not really mixed it up as the game's gone on.
A couple substitutions. Wait for the confirmations. Like Tyler Bagley checking in for the Lights. What does Bagley give Las Vegas here in the final 7-8 minutes?
He just brings a lot of energy. I think it's a sign for the Lights. They've taken off to Bortateka Preston with after a man of the match performance, but Bagley will just bring you that security. He'll bring your energy and he'll stay in. He's usually a fullback. He'll come in at the right midfield and just play more defensive than Preston will have been.
So Preston and Carlton both subbed out, and so clearly now it is just a chance to see this one out for Sanchez, as a foul is committed. And that's one thing you don't want to do if you're the Lights, is give away cheap free kicks here in an attacking area.
No, for sure, especially when you're up like this. It kills a little bit of time off the clock, but it's a difficult place to defend, and we've seen how good Cabrera is at whipping balls in from this area.
Cabrera, and you see Torres there with the captain's armband. Cabrera crosses the ball in. Good header there. Looked like maybe Dooling was the one that got the touch on it. It'll go out for a corner. Davila will take it. Davila cross into the box, clean all the way through, and Francois on the back post does chase it down, wins a throw. Ooh, nervy moment there, though.
When the ball's going to cross like that, if you're Wilmer Cabrera, the coach for RGV, you've got to be saying, how is nobody wanting to attack the ball? It's gone all the way through Davila. It wasn't a great ball in from Davila. It has pace, and it's gone all the way across the 6-yard box without not one attacker saying to themselves, I want to score a goal here. And it kind of sums up RGV's night. Just no one really taking the prerogative to just go and make it happen. No one taking the game by the collar and saying, I'm going to be the match winner here. And on the flip side of that, the Lights did. They had Bortateka Preston, who said, I'm gonna be the man that changes this game.
That ball just drifted out into touch for a throw. Long ball forward, nobody there though. Diaz will let it roll all the way into the box, pick it up. Knocked forward by the lights, and a foul will be a free kick. Take it back about 15 yards and reset. Pimentel to Akwe. Back to Pimentel. Out for Francois. Can Francois create? Crosses the ball, and it's going to get over the head of Cabrera, and it'll be out for a goal kick.
It was kind of a little bit of a strange one. Francois got running at the fullback, and you're expecting him to just keep. When the defender's going backpedaling to his own box, you want to keep running at him because it gives him a real problem. But he kind of just checked back and played a bit of a floaty ball to the back post to Cabrera, who's not known for his aerial abilities. It's kind of a wasted opportunity. If I'm Francois, I want to be committing that defender and trying to beat him. He's in his box. If he, worst case scenario, he brings you down, you win a penalty.
Yeah, didn't put him under any pressure whatsoever.
No, he kind of let him out of jail by just cutting back onto his right foot, and just like that stood up little cross, it's going to be so difficult to attack a ball with a header like that. There's just no momentum for the attacking player.
Francois trying to settle it for RGV. Pimentel sends it in for Torres. Jose Torres flips it forward. Nobody there. Lights are happy just to knock it forward and regroup defensively. Francois cutting into the middle. Has to lay it off to Torres. Akwe getting up into the attack a little bit now. Akwe into the box, looking for service that's not there. Well played.
Very good from Eric Oteng, wasn't it? He's put such a shift out there on the left-hand side. He's maybe not been as much of a threat as we've seen going forward in recent weeks, but he's put a real good effort in, and this time doubling back, helping his fullback out and winning the ball back for the Lights.
Cross in the box. Akwe with it for Davila. Back to Akwe, and it's cleared. Again, the Lights doing the job in the box defensively.
Well, finally, RGV have shown a little bit more urgency, getting people in the box. They've thrown Akwe forward to try and get a bit of a bigger presence. And they're trying to put more dangerous balls in, but they've just been so lackadaisical up to this point that they've put themselves in a real big hole.
Nice little 1-2 there in the box by the Lights. And there is a shot, and it's in the back of the net. Pimentel takes it. There goes the clean sheet for Diaz. And now maybe a sliver of hope for RGV.
Well, Pimentel went forward, didn't he? And you were expecting him to hit it, but it was always on that left-hand side for him. And the Lights just didn't close him down. They got away with him not hitting with his left. And he's just fixed onto his Danny Rios. You have to go to the ball. You have to put a foot in. Pimentel's just, without any challenge, come back onto his right-hand side on the 18-yard box and put it into the back of the net. And the Lights have put themselves under serious pressure, but they have to put a foot in that situation. You can't have a defender run 20 yards, cut onto his better side and smash it into the back of the net.
First goal of the season for Eric Pimentel. Veteran, experienced defender. But he's the one that puts RGV on the board first. 2-1, and there were 5 additional minutes that were shown, so still 4 minutes left here, plus whatever additional stoppage time there might be after the goal. And now all the life on the side of RGV as Francois gets out a chance to use his speed. Francois, a little step over. Out to Ridendale. Back to Ridendale. Give to Coronado. It'll be out for a goal kick.
It goes back to my comments earlier about the substitutions. That's why I wanted the Lights to keep it as. They performed so well. They put the challenges in. You make a couple of substitutions, they're not 100% match fit. They're not up to the speed of the game. And Danny Rios has come in. He's just been passive defensively there. You want him to just put a foot in on just make a tackle. Put the defender under a bit of pressure, but to be able to just come inside on his right foot there, Pimentel, and smash it into the back of the net is put the Lights under serious pressure. And you see how much energy this RGV team has now. They see a way back into this game.
Yeah, still probably about 3 more minutes left to go. Clearly enough time for them to get an attack or two in. Tyler Derrick well out of his box. Asking for it, trying to switch it over to the right side. Long through ball played onto the inline and contact, and it'll be a corner kick. Cabrera charging off that right-hand side. He had the extra step.
Yeah, it's good for Moteng, making it all the way down. Defensively, Cabrera tried to get inside him.
Torres. Diagonal ball into the box. Dooling wins it. Dooling was fouled. Yellow card shown. It'll be Christian Prenzone. He'll pick up his second yellow of the season.
Very good from Doling. He got himself on the first header in the first place. 50-50, won it. And Pinzone just rash challenge in the end, and good for the Lights. But that's what Doling's come back there. As the striker, he's come back, he's won a challenge, and he's taken all the pressure off and bled the clock another 30-40 seconds.
You like the fact there that Dooling not only won it, but was able to then drive and draw the foul as well?
Yeah, that's exactly what you want from a striker at times. Sometimes you want them to do the dirty work. And he's coming into a game, he's only 3 or 4 games in for the Lights. He still needs to get used to his teammates, but I think tonight's been his best performance. He hasn't had any opportunities, but his work rate and his performance has been top notch.
Maybe one more attack left for RGV. Played in the box by Ridendale, and I believe we might have a foul in the middle of the pitch. Aranzazu is slow to get up. Milking a little clock here as well.
Well, I think it looks like he might have had a sore one. The referee gave it straight away, so we definitely saw contact. But you wouldn't say anything against him for trying to bleed the clock a little. Sometimes, I say this word a lot, professionalism goes a long way. Sometimes you just got to get over the line and win the game.
Well, we've played our 5 additional, so now it's just a matter of how much extra gets added to that. As Diaz will stand over at Lights, trying to hold on for their first win since October 8th of last season. Last time they were winners here at Cashman, as Diaz sends it long to his opposite number, Tyler Derrick. Derrick will send it all the way back the other end. Good ball from Derrick. Oh, dangerous there. He put that ball right on the feet of Cabrera, but that is it. The Las Vegas Lights, winners here at Cashman for the first time this season. They get 2 first-half goals and are able to see out a 2-1 win over the RGV Toros. There you see it, first home win since October 8th of 2022 against Miami. 302 days between victories here at Cashman.
Yeah, I think it's elation and a little bit of relief. I think the lights delighted with that performance. It was, I think, the best performance that we've seen from them this season. You see there, Sergio Sancho look at the sky and probably saying, finally. But the team has been performing very well recently. They've come onto a game and attacking wise they've been top notch, and today defensively it came together. The mistakes weren't there and they controlled the game when needed. RGV just didn't really create many opportunities.
See Sanchez making the walk across the pitch. And we'll take a look at our save of the match. And it's Diaz, and it's against Francois, and it was a big moment.
It was at that point, if Francois scores this, the lights are in danger because the ascendancy would have gone all the way to RGV. But 2-0 up, you need your goalkeeper, and he just stood up strong. And that view there was outstanding. He stopped the gap between his legs and really gave Francois nothing to aim at.
The Nevada Donor Network save of the game, and now is our get lit moment. What a move there.
How do you decide which was the get lit moment? Was it the first goal or that one? But both of them were just outstanding, and that man, Tabortiteka Preston, was the best player on the pitch by far, and it's what a couple of goals he scored.
The get lit moment presented by Red Apple Fireworks, located over the hump in Pahrump, and it was Tabortiteka who was delivering the fireworks tonight.
It was fireworks, wasn't it? It was outstanding. Just so much pace, so much skill, and the way he took both goals was just absolutely first class.
So a 2-1 win for Las Vegas Lights. We're going to step aside. We will come back and we will wrap this one up from Cashman as the Lights net win number 1 here on the home pitch of the season.
Dedication while selling me my new car last month at Finley Subaru of Las Vegas. I've always been wary of car salesmen, often with good reason, but you've helped me redefine the stereotypes. You have welcomed me into the Subaru family, and I appreciate you treating me like family rather than a customer. I absolutely love my Subaru. Love, Kylie Carroll.
Maintain the love with complimentary maintenance when you purchase or lease a new Subaru. SubaruLasVegas.com.
Did you know that cigarette smoking is the leading cause of preventable death in the United States? Are you ready to kick tobacco out of your life? The Nevada Tobacco Quit Line can help. For free help to quit smoking or vaping, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW or send the text QUIT NOW to 333-888. Make living a smoke-free and vape-free life your goal. For me, for you, for everyone, live healthy.
At Silver State Schools Credit Union, we'll be by your side through every moment of life's journey, from big life changes to small celebrations and everything in between, because we prioritize people over profit. Become a member today and have a financial partner for life.
As a proud sponsor of the Las Vegas Lights, Security National Mortgage Company is looking to help you score your next big goal, buying a house. Our process is simple, with in-house underwriting, processing, and closing, keeping you informed from start to finish. With our Snap Home mobile app, you can look for a home, get financing, and more right from your phone. Together, we can outmatch the competition. Contact us today and let Security National be a part of your home team.
Are you okay to drive?
Perfect record. No one crashed.
Yet.
Dude, I've never hit anything.
Yet.
Please, nothing's ever happened to me.
Yet.
No one's ever had a problem with me before.
Yet. What?
Las Vegas Lights Soccer has been presented by Terribles, a deliberately different convenience store, by Discovery Children's Museum, and by Cox Your View. Catch replays of the Lights every Saturday at 10 a.m. Lights winners here tonight. 2-1 over RGVFC. And for the Las Vegas Lights, we'll take a look at the highlights of tonight's match, brought to you by Great Clips. And for the Lights early on, it was towards attack of Preston.
Well, here's the first goal. What an absolute finish it was. Perfect goal. Brilliant from Stout for putting it into him. And this one was a strange one. Poor defensively, but the skill and the footwork and the composure of Tabata Tech and Preston to score like that, especially after not winning a game at home all season, to be able to do that on two, and deservedly man of the match.
And we saw the late goal from RGV. It was Pimentel, the defender, stepping up, taking himself quality on the finish as he was able to draw them closer. But Diaz, big saves tonight. As you see the final stats there, brought to you by US Bank. And it's the 2-1 that matter. Las Vegas Lights just 5 shots, 11 for RGV. But Vegas did what they had to tonight, didn't they?
Well, it goes back to the what we mentioned earlier in the day, is scoring first. The Lights managed to score first tonight, and you see they didn't need the possession because they were ahead, and they did just enough. The RGV had to throw bodies forward later in the game, but it was all about that match-winning performance from Tabata Tech and Preston.
Yeah, Tabata Tech and Preston. I mean, he just showed so much quality. The pace, the skill on the ball. I mean, you saw the shot. I mean, no question why he's your man of the match, is it?
Oh, it was just 2 pieces of absolute brilliance from him. We've seen it so often this year without sometimes getting the final product or the luck for the Lights. But for me tonight, the most impressive thing was the team performance. Defensively, I thought the Lights were outstanding, the best defensively we've seen. They didn't give up any real opportunities until late on, and I thought their performance was outstanding. But it was capped by that man, Tabata Tech and Preston, with 2 outstanding goals.
Something for the Lights to build on here?
Yeah, we said that all they've got to play for is pride, and they've shown that. I think this homestand, they've not had much luck. They've had a couple of draws, but I think tonight was their best performance, and I think they'll be looking forward to going on and playing a few more games because that was a really good performance.
So the Lights with the win here today, 2-1 over RGV, and they came out early. They showed their skill, their technique, and they were able to pull off the win. And they will be back Saturday. It'll be right back here at home against Loudon, a chance to build off of this victory as they send the fans home happy here. And a lot of skill there. Tabata Tech fired Las Vegas into the victory column tonight.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.